Shalom, everybody. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another video. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It will rob you of all of your joy. It will rob you of your peace, your tranquility, and it will turn you into a reviling, envious, jealous, hell-bound person. I know that sounds a bit extreme, but the sin of coveting is very real. And this day and age that we're living in is very relevant. When everyone have access to so many profiles, so many platforms, so many people in the world of the internet, quite often people are looking at other people's lives and comparing themselves to that person, not understanding that we're not in a race. This is a marathon. Not understanding that you got to pace yourself. And when you start comparing and contrasting yourselves to other people as far as where they are at in life, what they have accomplished, where they live, what they drive, what they're wearing, how they look, all these vain characteristics, you're robbing yourself of joy. And the Bible speaks against being covetous, because he wants us to be on our own purpose. And quite often when you begin to compare yourself to others, you're looking at where they're at in life and you start looking down on yourself. You start looking at some of your failures, what you have done wrong, your mistakes. And there's nothing wrong with doing that when you're going to better yourself. But quite often, people look at someone doing better than they are, and they remain complicit in their own life, and they grow this envy and hatred because a person has made it to another level, because a person has ascended. And it's very toxic. And when this happens, it brings the worst out of people. They start looking at this person and saying to themselves, I'm this age and I should be where they're at because they're already there at that age. When the Most High never told you that you should be accomplishing this goal or that goal at a certain age. Maybe it's not for you yet. Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe the Most High is protecting you from certain, what we call opportunities, because he has something different for you? Or perhaps there's a learning experience that you must gain before he opens that door of opportunity for you. You got to consider that the Lord rejecting you sometimes is the Lord protecting you. And understand that you're not meant to go where everybody else is going, and everybody's not meant to go where you, brothers and sisters, are going. See, in this world that we're living in now, and this climate of society, is very capitalistic. It's dog eat dog world. It's treacherous out here. And there's a lot of snakes out here who are full of venom, and they want to crush the next person to gain a position. And they do this typically because of competitive jealousy, just envy, malice, contempt, and all type of variance is sprawled out there in the atmosphere in a society where there's a lack of everything. There's misappropriated wealth. There's a lack of substance. So you have a lot of people who taken the mentality of the bottom feeder, and they're ripping each other to shreds just to get the last bit. That's the American dream. And you got people watching. You got people plotting. People are looking at you, wondering why you may be in the position you're in, although your position may not be as good as theirs. Why is that? Because they're operating in fear. They feel like your success threatens their success. That's what type of world we're in, where a person can be doing way better than you. Way better. But the fact that you're elevating, the fact that it's your time to gain some success in your life, it's your time to accomplish certain goals, it's your turn to get certain job opportunities, it's your turn for you to elevate. Now those who have already ascended, looking down, wishing that you would stay where you at, hoping that you will not ascend. Why? It shouldn't threaten where they're at in life, but unfortunately the way people think, that's how it is. So even if you're not doing as good as somebody, they still are comparing and contrasting. And you know what? That means they're not happy. That means they're not content with their own lives. That means there is no joy. See, comparing yourself to another person robs you of all your peace and all your joy. And the only thing that it can fill your heart with is dark matter, hatred. And then people begin to start becoming very vindictive, conniving, feeling as if they have to destroy the next person's existence, as if that person is stopping them somehow, some way from reaching their goals. There's a lot of young ladies out there who get on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the platform may be, and they're comparing themselves to the it girl. And sometimes there is people who get so depressed and so down on themselves because they feel as if they can't live up to the standards of what the world labels or deems perfection. And it causes a great deal of anxiety, stress, and it's a very unreasonable behavior, but this particular behavior has become so norm these days. And we got to constantly remind ourselves that the Most High, He's already setting our path and our steps. The steps of a righteous man are ordered. The steps of a righteous woman are ordered. Meaning that we're preordained to do great things if we're obedient to our Heavenly Father. Not comparing yourself to where somebody else's status is. How other people may view another person. So much, so often, people are comparing themselves to somebody who is liked. Maybe it's not meant for you to be liked. Maybe it's meant for you to ruffle feathers. Maybe it's meant for you to cry aloud and spare not. Show the people their transgressions. Maybe it's not meant for you to be accepted, but you're looking at other people who seem to be accepted. Acceptance isn't always a good thing. There's a lot of people who are accepted initially, but then they got to deal with all of the drama, all of the turmoil that comes with associating with many people in this day and age, because you got to keep your circle small. Maybe the Lord was protecting you from being a part of that social function, that gathering, that circle. But you're looking at this other person and you're comparing yourself, and it's robbing you of your joy. It's robbing you of your peace. This is why you got to be an individual who wants to see people succeed. You got to be a person who wants to see people accomplish their goals. You got to be a person that wants to see even people who are against you, people who are adverse to who you are. You still got to want to see the best for them, you know? And the reason why is because you don't want to begin to envy the wicked. The Bible tells you not to envy the wicked, because there's people who get blessings off of doing wrong. And You're not to envy that, because you don't know the consequences and repercussions that come when these individuals have sold out, sold their souls, compromised their ethics and code of conducts just to get 30 shekels. You don't know the backlash they got to go through. A lot of your celebrities that you see, that you like to compare yourselves to, the people that you idolize, a lot of those people aren't happy. A lot of those people aren't living the lives you think they're living. See, it's all for social media. It's all for the big screen. But 9 times out of 10, the person you're comparing yourself to, they're not sleeping well at night. They're having bad dreams. They're having sleep paralysis. They're suffering from anxiety, depression. They on all kind of psychotropics, medicines, and you don't even know. But you are envying them. Stop comparing yourselves to your favorite content creator, your favorite influencer, your favorite athlete, actor, actress. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It's a covetous spirit. Some of you all out there comparing yourself to co-workers, people in your community. You worried about who got what, who's doing what, who's driving what, who's making who's making a certain amount of money. All these things. You got to get tunnel vision. Some of y'all at y'all job worrying about what the next person pay grade is. It's not your time yet. See, the Most High often is protecting you from yourself. There's so many people out there who want the quick come up, and they feel like they deserve to be in a certain position. There's many times I said I deserve to be here, but for some reason I'm here. I deserve to be up there. Some reason I'm right here. And I would question that, and it would make me upset, and I would feel like that I'm getting cheated of my own purpose. When the reality of the situation is, there was many things that I needed to learn in the current position that I was at. And I know for a lot of you, it's the same type of situation. There's many things that you gotta learn in the position that you're at right now. And the Most High is making sure with what he adds on to you, you're prepared for it, that you're ready to carry on the things that he's going to bless you with, the things he wants to bestow upon you. He first needs to know that you can take care of the things that you already have, and that's written of in the book of Proverbs. He want to know that if I put this weight on your shoulders, could you carry it? Have you worked on your progressive overload? Have you built up the spiritual endurance to be able to handle certain situations? Have you built the knowledge to be able to handle certain situations? And it makes you a better person. But if you're too busy comparing yourself to the next man or the next woman, you're going to miss all life's lessons. Instead, you're going to be a bitter, angry, malicious snake. And that's how a lot of things happen out here in these streets. Really in these streets. I'm talking about majority of the hood where things go left is because somebody was jealous. Somebody was comparing themselves to somebody else because that person was eating. That person was driving this or looking fly or doing that, and that person ended up being set up, hurt, or worse. All because of comparing themselves to others. Somebody compared themselves to that person. Stop comparing yourselves to other people. It is in fact a murderer of your joy, a killer of your peace, and it will rob you of your tranquility. Stay focused on the mission, brothers and sisters. The Most High got things in store for you. Keep your head up, stay in the scriptures. More material coming. With that being said, shalom and peace.